Alright guys, so before we get into this video, yes, I'm going to talk to you about foottrading.co.uk again. You guys have shown insane support on this, but you guys are making a lot of coins from it. So thank you for all the support you've shown on that. And again, hopefully you guys are continuing to make the millions you've been making. But for those of you who don't know what foottrading.co.uk is, essentially it's a website that was built by myself and Dan, aka V273, who is here, to bring together our knowledge of FIFA trading into one place where you guys can learn to trade, and we basically help you to trade. First thing to note is there are free trading guides on here. Anyone can use these. What are you waiting for? Go and check them out. They're completely free. It teaches you about trading with special cards, silvers, and icons. And they're comprehensive. Read them once, twice, 3 times. Learn how to trade with these cards, because not everyone can afford to sub to us, and we understand that. That's why we bring out the content that's free to help you guys out. It also has, for £10 a month, buying prices. This includes buying prices at the moment for over 1,000 special cards. Yesterday's update, I believe, I can tell you right now, had 1,054 special cards on there. It has buying and selling prices for both of them, for all of them, sorry. You cannot make a loss on them as long as you're following that. Silver prices on there, buying and selling prices for when we get silver supply, but every single profitable silver filter on this game is on the website. And icons, we had over 220, I think, yesterday. Icons on there, 230 it was yesterday. 230 icons with buying and selling prices for those cards. Again, I've been using it in the icon trading videos I've been showing you guys in terms of how to make coins. And also, when we think it's worthy and there's a point in doing it, we bring out Thursday flips. Thursday flips essentially can make you a lot of coins. I know someone last week, again, made, I think, 800,000 coins just off the Thursday flips alone by buying into a few of them and making quite heavy profit. That is tier 1. Tier 2 gets you access to live filters. Live filters, in my opinion, is the most OP thing on the website. When you guys watched my video and I bought into Santi Cazorla's, and obviously Cazorla took a massive hit, I made most of my profit, my loss back from that in 2 hours on live filters. I made 400,000 coins from one of those filters in literally 2 hours. It was insane. We also have a chem style calculator that we built from scratch, and a brand new feature we brought in is a thing called My Trade Storage. We built this from scratch. In fact, Dan built it from scratch, I'm not even going to lie. Basically what you do is you pop in your player name, the player rating, the price you paid, the sold price, and your profit you made after tax, which you can work out here. It tells you exactly what you get, and you submit it, and it will give you an idea of the profits you are making, allows you to keep track of how much coins you have made from the website or any other trades that you have made. But that's foottrading.co.uk, £10 for tier 1, £15 for tier 2, but there are also free guides on there that you guys can check out. Check it out, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing down below, clicking the like button, all that good stuff. It's massively appreciated. As always, if you want to watch me do this stuff live, learn how to trade, make coins, have fun, all that sort of good stuff, click the link down below, come over to Twitch, ! Discord in my Twitch chat. Just type that in, gets you access to our Discord server. It's completely free, pushing on towards 1,000 people in there. It's a brilliant, brilliant community. Everyone helping each other to trade, giving you guys tips, doing whatever we can to make your experience of FIFA better. As always, check out foottrading.co.uk. Massive thing with foottrading.co.uk as well. Go onto my, if you can, get a chance, go onto my Twitter, because Dan, the other guy who owns the website with me, has spent some time putting together a sheet, and that is basically every single profitable rare that he can come up with on a sheet in terms of the buy prices for them and what you then want to be sending them for later in the week when Sbcs drop. So whether it's the Bundesliga guarantee, Bundesliga premium, all that stuff. Literally, you will double your coins using that spreadsheet, and it is completely free. It's going to go on the website as well, so make sure you check out the website. Completely free for you guys to use. Our way of saying thank you for all the support you've shown on the videos and on the website and on our streams, all that sort of stuff. You guys are awesome. So go check it out. But something big is coming on this game. Something absolutely huge is coming on this game, but we don't really know what. We'll have our mentality. So I'll start by talking to you guys about Footwatch, one of the best Twitter accounts if you play FIFA Ultimate Team, without a doubt one of the best ones. They have tweeted out this yesterday. It looks like some SBCs are going to acquire Team of the Week moments, or TOTS, okay? And it's all here basically, right? And it's going to be something big. If it's going to allow you to use Team of the Season so far, it's going to be something big. Now, I've told you about Dennis Foot Trader before, and I've told you about Donk. Now, for some reason, you're not supposed to get on with people that are Twitter traders. I couldn't care less. They're both very good accounts. Him and Donk, they're very good accounts. Been doing this for a long time. Very good at tweeting leaks out, and a lot of stuff they're tweeting about right now is that it's Icon SBCs that are coming. Now, it's not just any Icon SBCs. It could be 2 types of SBC here. It could be the Prime Icon SBC. Now, the reason I don't think it's a Prime Icon SBC specifically, right now anyway, is because we have a mid-icon that is out for 20 days, a lot more. I don't think something goes into the code 20 days before it be needed. So I don't think we're getting the Prime Icon SBC. It could be an SBC for any icon type, we don't know what it is. But the general consensus among the community, the general consensus in general, is that we're getting icon SBCs back. Now, I'm not going to get too excited about that because it's EA, you never know what they're going to do. But that was probably the biggest error that EA made this year, was not having icon SBCs in the game. And I'll tell you why in a second. Firstly, I make the point that I think it was disgusting. The reason they removed it, essentially, was to stop people from grinding SBCs. So, you could do League SBC method last year, and that allows you to then grind those players that you got into icon SBCs. So I ended up with like Prime Hullet, Prime R9, all those cards in my club and playing them with my team, because I could grind those cards out by doing League SBC method. EA saw that people were doing that, and rather than going, brilliant, they're enjoying our game and grinding it, they took them out of the game. It was disgusting, and it, in my opinion, again, like I said before, they should be ashamed of themselves for doing it. But it backfired badly on EA, because what happened was, yes, some icons became obtainable. Their reasoning for it was to make icons obtainable. But it made the lower end icons obtainable. No one really cared about those. They just sit there and you pick those up and that's that. But the higher end icons are extortionate. So as an example, Prime, like R9 moments on the market right now. So if you look at Ronaldo. If we look at normal Ronaldo to start with. Is 7.2 million on the market. Moments Ronaldo, last I checked, was 13 million. But it might go up or down a little bit. Let's have a little look. So 13.9 million at the moment. You can get them cheaper now on Xbox. Eusebio, his prime moments is 7.8 million basically, give or take. Now we never got last year. We didn't get prime moments Eusebio. We didn't get prime moments R9, prime moments Hullet as part of SBCs. EA said it was beyond the scope of what they want to spend on people. Really it wasn't. It just didn't want you to grind to it. It was a lie. But what happens now is these are all extortionately expensive and they're essentially held to ransom. Basically people don't sell them. If they do sell them, they sell them at extortionately high prices. Hugh Adams, thank you for the follow, bro. Thank you very much. I'm going to mute that quickly. So, what Icon SBCs really did was make most of the top tier icons unobtainable to most people in this game. Now, I can afford to get most of these icons in my club, but I still can't afford an R9 because I like to use players. I lose coins sometimes when I use players, and I want to play the game. I don't want to sit here grinding, trading 24/7. I want to enjoy the game to a degree. But most people can't go out and buy them. So, I went out and bought Eusebio for my team today. I can't afford moments Eusebio at the moment, although my team's very good. So it completely backfired, and there's been uproar about it all year, and now in May, EA have gone, oh, well, maybe we did make an error. And the reason they're doing this, in my opinion, just my opinion, is because they want everyone to be, they want to be seen to be, oh, look, we're engaging with you again, because guess what? They've got a new FIFA to sell in September. They want you to buy that new FIFA, and they do this false thing where they pretend they're going to engage with you. However, I'll take it for now either ways. How do we make coins from Icon SBCs? Right, first thing you've got to think about is an Icon SBC always sees fodder rise, except for the last mid icon, which has been a bit meh. It was very meh. It was overpriced for what it was. The mid icon should never have been released again in April or May. That was just an absolutely terrible decision. For economists, that's probably on you, bro. It was a terrible, terrible decision to release that mid icon. It should have been a prime icon SBC. EA decided not to. But I want to talk to you about fodder because some of you guys have said, oh, I bought fodder and it hasn't gone up. Now, firstly, that's incorrect. Fodder has risen and gone down at different points during team of the season. So when the guarantees come out, fodder tends to spike for an hour, everyone buys it up, and then it comes back down again. But if I show you fodder now, this is fodder since the 1st of May, and we'll look at Rakitic specifically. So he's been sitting around 15k, got up to sort of 15.8, dropped down all the way down to 12.6, climbed again. These are average prices, bear in mind, dropped down. So if you look here on the Wednesday, he got to 17.5. Surprise, surprise, that was when we had the Liga TOTS. He was at 17.5. He comes down again and keeps climbing, going up and down. But right now, Rakitic on the market as an 86 rated card. It's 14k when I just checked, I believe. Ivan Rakitic, 10. He's 14,000 coins, maybe a little bit less. You'll probably get for 13. Is that 13 still there? Surely it's not. It is still there, 13,000. You can pick up an 86 rated card for 13,000. Now, Icon SBCs, should we get generic Icon SBCs in terms of specific, not just generic, specific, in terms of Ronaldo, Eusebio, etc., etc., Icon SBCs hold the price up at fodder at a minimum price. They don't drop below that. FIFA 19, FIFA 18, with Icon SBCs, the price of fodder stays where it is because you're always going to need fodder to complete those cards. So it holds that price up. But if it's either ways, let's say you buy into this Rakitic of 13k, in my opinion, no matter what happens, you're going to make profit out of this Rakitic eventually. 12.5k there, like 12.5k for an 86. The market is dying on its arse at the moment. No matter what, at some point, you are going to make profit out of this card. As you've seen, it got up as high as 17. But even with it, was it last Wednesday? Yeah, the Wednesday before that, this Rakitic got up to 15.8, okay? So no matter what happens, you're making profit off of these cards. If it is a specific prime icon SBC, this fodder flies. It skyrockets very quickly in my opinion. If it's a generic one, specific ones, sorry, for specific icons, fodder will rise very, very quickly, come back down again, and then level out at a price. So no matter what, you're going to make profit. You cannot make a loss, really, of a Rakitic at 12,500 coins. It's a fact. It's just simplistic. You're not going to make a loss of a Rakitic at 12,500 coins. But you could probably buy these even cheaper. Lightning rounds are coming out every night. Now, from what I heard, Bundesliga Lightning rounds last night did not sell out, which is... I mean, it's surprising, but it's not, because I think people are a bit like meh about the Bundesliga TOTS, I'm not going to lie. I think there are 4 or 5 great cards, 3 or 4 really good cards, and the rest seem a bit trash. But it's never going to be the hype about Bundesliga as there is against other ones. George Bayliss, thank you for the follow, bro. But the Lightning rounds, you see people opening packs up, and they just list them. They don't care. They just list them up for like 10k, 11k. You can pick them up and make big profit. Now, you make big profit from the guarantees as it is alone. You make big profit. These are facts, no matter what happens. But moreover, you'll make massive... If that icon SBC is a prime icon SBC, it flies to, sort of, in my opinion, 20k plus, like it has done every single time this has happened this year. If it is specifics, though, I honestly think some of this stuff could end up extinct. I legitimately believe that, because if someone's saying to me, you've got Eusebio you pay 4.3 mil for, however, if you do this SBC, you can do it for 2.5, I'm doing that Eusebio because I know how brilliant that card is. I'm going to go out and do that Eusebio. Now, I'll grind to one of them as part of League SBC method without fail. I will grind to one of them. But without a doubt, I'm going to go and do that Eusebio straight away and go, right, let me make 1.8 million back and go and do that Eusebio and just do it. Or maybe just spend this week grinding it. But I'm going to have to buy fodder to complete it. And it's the same for 87, 88. They're going to be expensive SBCs, but there's a lot of coins floating around in the game this year. A lot of coins. And there's definitely a way, without a doubt, to make coins from that from fodder. But other things you've got to think about are the icons themselves. So obviously, if a prime icon SBC comes out, or a specific icon SBC comes out, people are going to sell those cards, and it always generates panic. Every icon SBC that's come out this year has generated panic. Now, I wanted to show you it a minute ago, but like, because Football only shows the averages, and their averages aren't very good, I'm going to be honest with you. But if we look at OTW'S, for example, I just want to show you mid-OTW'S. I'll give you an example of it. If I go to OTW'S now, daily graph. Football doing that thing where it takes 400 years to load, but hey ho. You can't win them all. 20. Now, icons have a natural fluctuation. They always have. We have to remember that. They always naturally fluctuate, okay? Icons always naturally fluctuate. But this is OTW'S graph, right? And it goes up and down and up and spikes up and comes down again, and it does that all the time. If I remember rightly, I think that there was when the icon SBC came out, but I could be wrong on that. No, it's not Monday. It definitely wasn't Monday. It was a Friday, if I remember rightly. It wasn't here. I was trying to say it was maybe it wasn't in OTW'S. But what happens is every single time that they come out, you will see the players drop off. And now, football graphs aren't the best way to show you that. And there was a really good player who had a minute ago, and I wish I kept him up by accident. I deleted it. But when they come out, they crash. They crash very quickly. But people are smart and they buy into them because they will bounce back. It's the same with price ranges. You see cards get price ranges. They tend to come down, spam them out basically. They come down and then they climb up massively quickly again because people buy into them. I remember Alan Sam Maximan was the one that was such a good one for that. When his man of the match came out, he had a price range on him, and when his price range got updated, he crashed in price because everyone panic listed him up. And he came down to like 70k, and I bought into him and he got to 130, and I made like 50,000 coins a card. I bought like 10 of them because it's just too low. And people will panic sell some cards. Now, I don't recommend doing this on like Eusebio or Ronaldo or anyone massive like that. But on the smaller tier icons, on the likes of your OTW'S and your Litmanens and stuff like that, you will see panic from them and people selling them, and you'll be able to make quite a bit of coins from them if you have that capital there. It's a risk attached to it, but it is definitely something to think about in terms of buying into it. But what do I think is the best play here? In my opinion, the best play without a doubt, undoubtedly, is the team of the season so far. Now, we've got our SBCs with team of the week moments, but how many people realistically are going to be putting team of the weeks into these icon SBCs? There's only so many on the game. People aren't really going to do the SBCs, and I hope they get a high rated card for this. So for me, the play here is team of the season so far. That's what I think the play is in terms of how to make very good coins from these icon SBCs. Now, would I recommend going out right now and buying it out? No, I'd keep your ears to the ground and keep a lookout for what's going to be here. But if we have a little look at the moment, these SBCs are going to require a team of the season so far, okay? So now if we look towards the 87 rateds, take Navas away, two of the most of the cheapest 87s on this game right now are team of the season so far. Now, you can forget about the golds, because the golds are going to keep getting supplied, they're going to keep coming to the market, and also you can change it up with different golds. You have to use a team of the season so far. So someone like Donk at 19k, someone like this card at 19k, he's an 87 rated, team of the season so far at 19k, and he is going to be needed for this Icon SBC. I am extremely tempted, I'm not even going to lie, to go and buy 20 of these cards and leave him on my transfer pile and see what he does. He's still getting packed at the moment, so lightning rounds is where I might do it. But you're going to have to use him at some point. Now, he's up a little bit since yesterday. So his hourly graph sort of 19k, 18k. So 18 there was at 9 o'clock yesterday. And then again at 6 o'clock. Is that 6 there? Was that today? Let's say it's 1 o'clock. Let's go yesterday. Sorry, 1 o'clock today. Down at 20. There you go. Lightning rounds there. Gets down to 18. Comes back up again a little bit. During lightning rounds, I'm very tempted to buy into this donk. Without a doubt. I'm very, very tempted to buy into this donk. If you look at 88 rated, is it Killinch, is that you pronounce it? 24k. Again, very tempted to buy into him. Who else have we got here? I'm trying to think of some decent other ones that we've got that we can use. Mosleo Gomez, being French, it's a good one for the 89 rated squads. It's a risk. There is a risk attached to this, without a doubt. There really is a risk attached to this. But whatever's coming, it's big. Whatever is coming, it is big. And it requires team of the season so far. You're going to need to put team of the season so fars in them. That, to me, is a big, big deal. It is a big, big deal. And that is where a lot of coins can be made. And this, is for me, is the best method right now. Buying into these cards during lightning rounds tonight, I may hit them up quite quickly. And if I can get donks at maybe 18,000 for an 87 rated anyway, that's pretty cheap. At some point, he's probably going to go up in value. But I just think that is way, way, way too cheap on him. I could buy 30, 40 of this card. I might buy 10 of him, 10, I don't know, Killinches, maybe 10 Gomez's. And just leave them on the transfer pile. Spend, I don't know, 700 grand on them. Leave them sat there and see what profit I can make from them. Because like I say, whatever's coming is big. You need to use these cards. So realistically, the best ways that I think you can make coins out of this Icon SBC that is coming, it seems like an Icon SBC anyway, everyone seems to be saying it's an Icon SBC, is in fodder. Buying into it during lightning rounds, no matter what, you'll see a return on that during guarantees. Do not be lazy though. If you buy into fodder, monitor the market on it. I've seen people go, oh, I bought Rakitic at 13k, they've not gone up. And I'm like, well, they were 17k on Wednesday. And people are like, oh, it wasn't a game. If you know the guarantees are going to come out on Wednesday, be ready to sell your fodder, because people are going to buy your fodder. They need it for the SBC. Buy into fodder. The icons themselves, when that drops, is something to look at, but that's long term. Look at that long term. But the biggest and best play here, in my opinion, is the team of the season so far. I think they're onto a winner with those. I think they'll be very, very good. If they're replacing team of the weeks, I just think it is the way to go forward. And I think especially if they're specifics, if they are, you get Ronaldo from that SBC, or Eusebio, or anyone like that, this stuff is going to absolutely fly. And there's a huge amount of coins to be made. I'm going to be going into it. I wouldn't tell you guys to do it if I didn't think you can make coins from it. But that is going to be the end of the video. If you are new around here, please do consider subscribing down below. Clicking the like button, all that good stuff is massively appreciated. But for now, lads, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.